We started? See, we are live. We are live. And welcome, everybody. Welcome to another Luvcoach Bruce Starr show here on the WGSN-DB, the Going Solo Network. My name is Bruce Starr, and I'm the host of this weekly show, heard every Thursday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern, and seen and heard around the world over several stations and networks. I have a very wonderful guest on tonight's show. I first met her at the Holistic Expo produced by Ed Dozio back in November of 2017. And it was a wonderful event that took place in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I shared the stage on a relationship panel with Master Teresa. I then attended a workshop she gave, and I really loved what I learned. And I've been using the information that I learned from her workshop, especially about Qi Gong, ever since. Master Teresa Yeung is an internationally recognized Master of Chi Gong. She's a speaker, she's a healer, and the #1 internationally best-selling author who speaks on how to achieve your physical, emotional, and spiritual balance with Qigong. This is her latest book, Unlocking Your Happiness Within. We'll be talking all about it. She is the founder of Pureland Qigong, International Qigong, the 7th Happiness School of Qigong, a certified private institution. There's so much more to Master Teresa that we will learn about on this show. And I've asked her to come on to see how together we can both make the concept of relationships, the ideas of relationships, sweeter, kinder, and just more appetizing for everybody. I want to welcome Master Teresa to my show. Welcome to the show, Master Teresa.
Oh, thank you. It's my honor to be here. Thank you.
This is going to be a lot of fun. You know, we did share a panel together, a relationship panel at the last expo, and there were 4 of us, and we spoke for an hour and a half, and I don't remember more than 3 or 4 seconds of quiet time. I mean, we had some wonderful speakers there. We all had different ideas to share about relationships. But before we go in that direction, I would like for the people to learn more about you. And I really like it when people tell me a little bit about their childhood and kind of what that was like and what brought you to where you are today.
Well, I love to share. I love to talk. I don't used to talk, but I just learned to have to express myself so that my messages are supposed to go out, right? Thank you. So I'm actually 60 years old, 60. It's actually going to 61 in September. I'm a Virgo, nothing secret. Everyone knows. Maybe not you. Anyways, I have 9 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a little family in Hong Kong. So that is my beautiful childhood is just fighting my rights with my brothers and sisters. So it's a lot of very lonely sometimes. Parents are really just, really busy finding food for the table, really, so to speak. And then so the journey continues when I was 20 years old, right? And I got sick. I had tuberculosis, a lung disease, contagious. And that was really surprising to me. It was really shocked me. Oh my God. So, and I was in the hospital for a whole month at least. And then I had injection every day. And I was throwing up blood. Anyways, the story was long. I actually put my story in my book, Unlocking Your Happiness Within. So don't read my book if you're eating your food. Because talk about vomiting. Anyway, so but that's the journey. Anyways, the journey is how while I was sick when I was 20 years old, that journey plus Plus my very difficult marriage the first time, and I lost everything and whatever. To become who I am is actually really quite a journey, because I started this like 20 years ago doing Qi Gong. So the master come to my life. It's good practice. Someone's come to your life to teach you do it, right? And then that's how I started. And then it was pretty surprising that I actually got involved with that. Isn't that nice that we actually meet you in Florida, talk about Qigong? That's strange too.
Well, and you're reaching a lot of people all over the world. Your following is, immense. You're traveling, I'm sure traveling all around the world. And it was really nice to have you down in here in Florida. And I hope to someday to be able to visit you up in Toronto, where we can share both of our work together. So for folks that really don't know about Qigong, I mean, I'm sure they've heard the words, but tell me what Qigong is.
I know. So let's look at it as a moving meditation. A meditation, close your eyes, visualize, all those stuff. People know. But then we actually doing a little bit of thing at the same time. So it can be raising the hand, or I can be moving my leg a little bit. I can really raise up the hand, or I can put my hand this way or another way, or it could be just very simple, just simple movements. We can also call it, how about Chinese yoga? When you do yoga classes, you really stretch, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's lots of movements, right? But then when we do Qigong, Qi means energy, right? Gong means work. So we're doing some energy work, but we are actually much less complicated. We spend a lot of time moving the energy in the mind with some movements, but then we will never push the body to its limit. We always will not fully stretched. That's the good thing about it, because it will not cause injuries. You actually repair injuries. So it's a lot more simple than Tai Chi. You saw people doing Tai Chi. Oh my God, are they going to finish it? So it's always continuous, right? The movements never stops. Yes. But the thing is, you don't remember them. It's very hard to remember the movements. But the Qigong movements, basically, it could be like, they are shorter, right? They could be 8, 10 movements, maybe a dozen, 2 dozen. That's about it. So it won't be so crazy. So it will not stop anyone with any body disability, the age, young, old, they can also do. And if the audience like to do, we can also do some together tonight.
Oh, that would be great. I always love to be able to actually show people's skills and abilities and what they can do. So just so that we keep as many people with us as possible, you started touching on it. What are the actual benefits if people started doing Qigong? And I know that when you gave your seminar, the workshop that you gave, I was able to take a meditation and use it right away. Like you said, it's simple. You could take it right away.
Yeah, I simplify them. So the traditional Qigong is actually not simple. They're actually very complicated. But then my teacher came to Canada, that was talking about 20 years ago. And then he already started making it more simple. And I continue to see how can we simplify it so that it's easier to do, so that the Western mind people understand what you're doing, because they don't read Chinese, right? So they just want to say what you're doing, right? So we want to show it to them in a way they can actually use it in their life, like what you said, immediately. So I do workshop one time, a class few times. And there's lots on the online that people can buy too.
So I've been doing TM. Gosh, yeah. I thought about TM it the other day.
TM is traditional medicine?
Transcendental meditation. TM.
Okay.
And I started in 1978. Oh my goodness, it's 40 years ago that I've been meditating. And I always say, there's a reason why my hair is still dark, and this is really my hair. Because when you meditate, you slow the growth patterns down. You don't gray as much. So
yes.
Tell our audience, just so we keep them involved as long as possible, what are some of the common benefits that people identify with?
Well, it's anti-aging, so it's very good for the skin ladies, you know. And then for the men, it's very good for sex.
Explain that.
The organs, right? The functions of the organs deteriorating, so it will help you with the energy you need, right? And then for the people really not well, like some terminal diseases, it's common to do Qi Gong as a way to prolong life, and it can really help people under chemo, for instance, to have the blood count coming back faster by doing Qi Gong, and especially have someone send energy to you, because the healing is being provided by sending it out. So when we practice the Qi Gong, we have to be the one making it, right? But it's so nice is people just send energy to you. So there's no limit to the distance too. You can even do it on the TV, like this, and send energy to you, for instance. So it will actually also be transmitted. Isn't that strange?
Well, it helps people understand, because people understand that the television signal is transmitted. They can then understand a lot of different kind of healing energies and modalities, and how that could work even if someone's not even with you.
Well, one of the things we can actually think about is, so if you think about somebody all the time, it's in your mind, all of a sudden they will call you. And it happens a lot, right? So while you're thinking about that, you're actually sending a signal over. So if we study quantum physics, we actually understand, how the thoughts become atom, and then the molecules and all those things are moving in the universe, you know. So this is actually, if people study physics, they actually will understand more, because this is actually, it's life, really, the life force that life is being created from something, right? Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So when someone takes up any kind of modality, any kind of healing modality, they don't usually do it because they say, "Oh, I want to learn how to heal." We talked about illnesses. When is a good time for people? When do people generally turn to you and say, "I need to learn this Qi Gong. I need to improve my life"?
Well, a lot of times is, unfortunately, people are not well. That's when they actually go for help. Usually it's like physical issues, because they are searching. That's why they need to find something, and then what is something they haven't done, right? And then they might be referred by friends because they have good experiences, say, with me, and they would tell their friends to come. And then if people research on internet looking for energy healing or something of that sort, they might arrive at my website, for instance. So people can learn remotely too. So the other thing that people may not know is that Qigong, this breathing exercise, actually can make you happier. So because this message is not very clear, that's why I have written the book, Unlocking Your Happiness Within. Yeah, the book. And then I say so living the life you choose with Qigong, right? So how can I live Qigong in my life, and actually I will become happier? So is this an interesting topic to the audience, maybe?
And in here, you have a lot of different, very simple, like you say, different methods and ways to, learn this wonderful modality and this healing way of healing your body. It's and you got pictures, and everything is very self-explanatory. It looks like a wonderful book.
Yeah, it's a much wanted book. The reason I explain to the audience is like this, right? So why am I not happy? I don't need to be happy. I think I'm quite happy. Then we say that, are you always happy? So do you need to have a house to be happy? Do you need to have your car to be happy? Do you need your children to be good before you can be happy? So if you have some health issues, will you be happy? So this is, are you really happy? So happiness is something that we don't need anything and then we can be happy. Okay. So the other thing I would say is talking about, you love that, relationships, right? Yeah. So people have good relationships, then they're happy. So when the relationship and then they're not so happy. So when they actually break the relationship, they're heartbroken, maybe. Maybe after seeing Bruce will not. But then the thing is, how do I get over that person that is sitting in my mind all the time? It's just there. I don't want the relationship. I can't get off the thought. I just keep thinking about it. So this is the Qi. The Qi of that person is with you. That energy of that person is with you. So the energy is not being removed or transformed. That's why you cannot get out of the relationship. It's not that you're physically out. You're not seeing other, but you're seeing here. So it's no good. So that Bruce must have a lot of tips here. But the thing is with me is not trying to solve problems for people really, but I can make your life easier by lighting up that big signal to make it smaller so that you have a chance to come back and start a new relationship, right? So, Bruce? Yeah?
One of the thoughts that I had a few months ago that I can't believe it came to me, it took so long to come to me, was like there are some people that have very few relationships in their lives, and they're almost blessed in a way because they don't have all that energy that surrounds them when they might have 50 or 100 relationships. People don't realize that every time they have a physical relationship with someone, every time they have this deep intimacy of physical sex, imagine what takes place when a man enters a woman. They may think that they're just physically entering a woman, but what they're not realizing is that deep and dramatic exchange of energy between those two people that can be there for literally forever, good or bad. And they need to, if it doesn't work out, they do need to find ways to either minimize that soul energy or remove it to move on with their future relationships.
Yeah, I do a lot of work of detachment for people. So I take that problem you talk about in one session. One session, I took it away. But it requires a lot of my energy to do it. But I can do it.
Because
just erase it. For me, it's erase the energy with good energy and then it'll be gone. But it's not. But it has some work there for me to do.
I think it's one of the most, probably the most in demand things that someone like you can do would be to take a nagging, that repeating thought, seeing that person's face, not being able to let go of that person. I think probably 98% of the people walking this earth have an energy stuck to them that they can't release. Yeah. Whether they broke up a month ago, a year ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or 40 years ago.
Well, I do a lot of this kind of work. And the other thing I also do is I help people to deal with, a court case. So they have a court case in front of them and they are so emotional about it. So I also help them to detach with that deep emotion so can deal with it sensibly, right? So I also do that work too. It's just amazing how many people walk in with a court case with them. And then they were not thinking about coming in to help with the court case. But then that's what I said. Wow, your energy is so stressed out is because you have a court case with you. Even fighting with the insurance company is quite a case, right? And then how can you not put all the emotions in? And that's something I do too. Oh my God, I do a lot of things besides the physical stuff. Yeah.
We talked about, exchanging relationship energy, and probably the most interesting or the most useful thing that we could learn from you tonight, I don't know if you can share it, is helping remove
Absolutely.
this energy.
I love to share. Mm-hmm. The reason why I have written my book, Unlocking Your Happiness Within, because something happened to me. Talking about like last year, because while I was going on a trip, right, to Florida, just amazing. I was actually going to Florida. Now you're in Florida. And then something happened to me in the airplane. I talk about it in the book. And then the trauma happened in the airplane reminded me that I was sick when I was 20 years old. And then I felt very sad afterwards for days and days, and I felt so difficult. I said, where did it come from? Were I not over with that or something? I didn't even know why I was so sad. But then I just thought about, later on I figured out, it's relating to when I was really seriously sick. Then I said, Teresa, there's this message you have to tell people. Because I actually was sick like 38 years ago, right? It's not, although I look the way I am, actually older than what I look, right? So it was 38 years old, and I still have that sadness with me that I shouldn't have it, right? But I actually have it. So because of this, I felt I have to tell the world that when people are really in sadness or something happened, it's okay. And I give you tools to deal with it. And it's okay. It's not that you are all falling apart. They just come back to tell you to deal with it. It's not put them away. It's actually finish, clean it up. So when you really clean it up, that's when I say I truly felt so happy afterwards. That's why I said, I have to share the world. Happiness is when you really clean up your old stuff. And then that's really happy. It's not if you have a house or you have a car or anything, because it's that feeling that you just didn't know how to describe to you. So when I actually got myself fixed, I am really happy. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I just don't know I could be this happy. And I haven't remembered this happiness for so long. Oh my God. People should have that chance, right? To give themselves that chance they deserve to actually be happier. And then just practice simple Qi Gong I've written in the book. It's that easy. Well, it's not easy when you don't know what to do with it. But when you figure out how to do it, when I hand over the solution, then that's why it's easy. It took me 38 years to figure out how to deal with this.
Well, hopefully there'll be thousands of people that will end up watching this show.
I know.
And we do something that they can take with them today to help them? Okay.
Absolutely. So then I will ask the audience to think about something they feel stressful. I don't think everyone has something stressful that just there, isn't it? It's just there. This is what I mean is the difficult energy is just there. Nah. So then to make it simple is I will actually go through a relaxation which you and everyone can join together. So as I'm gonna repeat it a couple times with you, then all of a sudden you don't feel stressful anymore. Just like that. Okay. Now. Thank you. Thank you everyone giving me this chance. And thank you to be open to the Qi, the source energy. The source energy is the life force that creates things. The nature has energy, we call Qi. The plant has energy, we call Qi. The dog, the cats, they have energy, we call them Qi too. Just all kinds of things, we just call them Qi. Or Qi or prana. Thank you. So quiet down for a second. So check yourself now about the stress. So what is stressing you? Then you know. And you also may feel where it is sitting in your body. It could be all over you. Or you might feel more heavy in one part of you. So I'll talk about this more in my book. So now just relax, head relax, breathe in. Just relax, breathe out. So neck relax, breathe in. Breathe out. Shoulder relax, breathe in. Breathe out, relax shoulders. Chest, breathe in. Breathe out. Abdomen relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. So the whole back relax, breathe in. Breathe out. Arms, hands, fingers relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Leg, feet, toes relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Whole body relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So that stress in your life, it's just the feelings, right? So we're not going to look into the details, the logic behind whether you should be stressful or should not be stressful. We just know that we don't feel good. So that no good feeling is not something we want to keep. So then say that, do you want to make it lighter? So first you have the want to make it lighter. So energy go in, energy going out, right? So I'll guide you now to follow me and just think about that difficult feelings leave the body. And then just think about it can leave to the ground. Breathe in, just let the energy leave to the ground. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. The good energy come to you. It's like a light, beautiful energy. Beautiful energy coming in. The difficult energy goes out. Then for you, I like to release that difficult energy. Then it's like you breathe it out. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So relax your head. Relax your neck. Shoulder relax. Chest relax. Abdomen relax. Back relax. Arms, hands, fingers relax. Leg, feet, toes relax. Breathe in. Just let difficult feelings leave. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So my head Is it relaxing? Less relaxed, more. My chest, relax more. Lighten out. My abdomen, relax more. Lighten out. My whole body relaxing. All the way head to the floor. Relax. Breathe in. If I make the Chinese sound for relax, would be song, S-O-O-N-G. Then I say breathe in, breathe out, song. Breathe in, song. Breathe in, song. So quiet down for a moment. So appreciate this piece I am here gifting you. Trust it will help you a little bit. And there are more you can learn if you choose, right? You can only choose what you feel like doing. It's not that you have a jump to do Qigong right away. But maybe just get a little book. Well, there's a Kindle version of the Unlocking Your Happiness Within. It's only $3.99 US. There's also a workbook to help you to go through how to balance yourself too. So as you're talking and then experience the energy here right now, if you feel a little bit better, that's great. Or maybe you might need some personal attention. So I'm sorry I cannot really help you exactly one-on-one. But then, but I just letting you know you are hopeful. You just need a little bit more time, right? Or maybe some personal help, and then you can move on. And then Bruce, right? Listen to Bruce. It's great insight on relationship.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was really very, very relaxing. I couldn't keep my eyes open if I wanted to, and I'm trying to keep track of the show, but I couldn't keep my eyes open, so that was really nice.
Yeah, well, there are other hosts of shows. They say, wow, they almost that they have to pull themselves back to do the show. Anyways, well, it's just being a human being, really. We're just tired too. I can get tired, you know. I have my difficult time, but the thing is, how much time do I spend feeling difficult? Do I feel I have a choice to change? Right? I want to change, but how do I do it? That's why I give you the tools in my book, different ways. I just wish people can be a little bit happier.
Yeah, I've dedicated my life to helping people reach a more joyful place, and just like what you said before, not have it be dependent on the house, the car, the how much money you're making. So, Master Teresa, this has been a wonderful, wonderful show. I really appreciate you being on it. If there's another couple of things that you'd like to share before we go, I would love to hear what you have to say.
Well, I just want everyone to know that they have a chance to improve their quality of their life. You are absolutely hopeful. And there's the expo at also, and the metaphysical group, holistic people are doing at the Palm Beach Garden on May the 12th. So I encourage you to check it out there if you're in Florida. So if you are international, I have a Healthy You conference coming up online. It's free. It's from May 21st onwards, and you can check it out with Bruce. I'm sure he'll be posting it up. And I want you to listen to the 50 interviews that's coming on to the show too. And it's free.
And I want to thank you for having me be one of the presenters.
Yes.
It's an honor, and I will be letting everybody I know time and time again know about that event. And I'm looking forward to going to Ed's Holistic and Metaphysical Expo on the 12th of May, like you said, I believe it's at the Doubletree right here in Palm Beach Gardens. So people from Orlando to the Keys, Naples, Tampa, we hope we'll see you there.
Absolutely.
Excellent speakers. And, I'll be there. You say hello to me. I also want to leave people how to get in touch with me. I have a couple different websites. I'll give you one, the Open Heart Movement, THE Open Heart Movement .com. And you can catch my The Luvcoach website in Facebook. And if you have any questions, or if you would like to shorten the amount of time that you go through trials and tribulations before you can meet someone, I can help you. I can shorten the amount of time that you spend in dating hell. I can help you a lot. Contact me at Luvcoach, Luvcoach,
yes,
the number 1 at gmail.com. And I'm glad to help you. And also, if there's any speaking opportunities, your group, your church, your temple, you're looking for a speaker who can come and help people with their relationships. Master Teresa's up in Toronto. I'm here in South Florida. We would love to hear from you.
Well, there's no limit to the opportunity to actually talk with Bruce, and just ask him to show up online. Like I just doing online thing too, so do a lot of online work, don't we? We just do just like this to clients, right? And then Bruce is actually writing a new book. Do you want to talk about your book too?
Well, I'm writing a book. It's just finishing it right now. It's about the love life and the dating life of a love coach, what it was like as a dater and someone who was dating women most of my younger adult life, and how that got me to where I am now and able to write this book. So, Master Teresa, thank you so much for all the kind words. I appreciate you being on the show. Thank you, everybody, for being there. We'll see you next week at the same time, 9 p.m. Eastern, for more of The Luvcoach with Bruce Starr. Thank you, Master.